Hello community, I hope you are doing good. In this discussion we will see what is difference between underscore name, voice underscore table, and what is the purpose. And in case you missed previous discussion about what is difference between soft delete and the hard delete using the active field, please check, link is given in the description. If you want to learn more about Odoo, you can visit the Weblands channel. Under the home screen you can see Odoo 17 and 18 development tutorial. Right now we are working on this playlist. If you are a beginner and want to learn from the beginning, you can visit this playlist because this is the main playlist and those are subtopic wise playlist available. Alright, let's back to our main topic. And guys, if you didn't subscribe this channel, please subscribe. It will give you the latest upcoming sessions notification. Now let me first try to create a new model, okay, to understand between the underscore name and the underscore table. So let me copy only this one. So here, let's say I'm trying to create, let's say, dummy student, right? So what generally we are doing is we can also use like something like this, right? The related name, the class name plus the name, I mean the model name, right? Here what we have to do is, while using this underscore name, and when we create this name, right, what happen is it will automatically create the same Postgres table as a dummy underscore student. In our case, you can see we created this one like demo.school, right? You can see this demo.school, right? This one. So here, let me open this one terminal, and now you can see. So this is the demo underscore school, right? Public demo school. So this is the table name, which is automatically created, right? Instead of the dot, it's using the underscore. Now you can see here there is a similarity, right, in the table, in the Postgres table and the Odoo model. Now the thing is, if you want to change this name here in the Postgres side, something else, right, then you have to use underscore table as an attribute. Now let's say I'm trying to use my underscore dummy underscore student, something like this. So I'm using extra on my underscore, and I'm not saying like this one we have to follow here, but you can add any name. Okay, so let's say I'm using the same name, right? Let's say student. Now I'm trying to upgrade the module. And guys, if you don't know how to configure Odoo in PyCharm like this, right, please check editor level playlist. I already explained everything. So it's upgraded successfully. So let me not going to here, but in the terminal. So here, instead of this demo underscore school, first let me check. Oh, sorry, dummy underscore student, right? Dummy underscore student. So now you can see here, didn't find any relational name dummy underscore student. So what we have to do is like we have to search with my underscore, and now you can see it's created this model in Odoo side, right? Plus, let's say if I'm going to the settings, technical, in a database, in a model, let me search student. So you can see here it's display as a dummy dot student because the Odoo model name is still, its name is a dummy dot student, but it's created the table name as a my dummy student. Okay, here you can see this one. And now you can, like, the question is, what about if I want to fire the ORM queries, right? So then which one I have to use, this one or this one? So basically we have to always use this one. In case you are trying to execute a raw query, the SQL raw query, then in this case you have to use this table name. Okay, so let me try to fetch data using this model name. So here let's print self.env dot search like this. Okay, and let me also not trying to upgrade the module because we just need to restart the service. Now let's say student school, and here once I click, now it says, and actually the Odoo is right here. You can see dummy.student, right? This demo profile we don't have access rights. So why it is generated? Because we didn't mention the access rights to the particular group or the user, right? So let me add here that specific name. So again, here we have to always use this dummy underscore student. Once I click, and now you can see here the print statement, right? It's a blank record set. So the question is why we need to do that, right? So again, it's provided by Odoo, this feature, and this feature is very fantastic in case you want to modify it, or let's say you want to change while you create your custom model, right? In that case, you want to provide a different table name except this name, right? Then in this case you can also use underscore table as attribute and that specific table name. Here the thing is you don't need to provide underscore, the dot, right? Like we don't need to use something like this. It won't be work because it will directly create a new Postgres table. So let's say I'm trying to create one more class. Let's say something like this, and here I'm using ABC underscore student. Okay, so now you can see here, you can see here the question is I'm also using the same, right? But a prefix is my underscore, but now here in this case I'm not using any of the words except the student. You can also remove the student. Now let's try. So the first thing is I have to upgrade the module, right? And let me remove all the logs, and now you can see here in the settings, in the database model student, and yeah, this one, right? Dummy student model. You can see dummy student model, but let me open here the terminal and let me choose here my ABC, and now you can see it will automatically recognize my ABC student, right? But if you see here, if let's say I'm using that dummy, right, student model, so it won't be work. So now Odoo already mapped, let's say this name, this is the Odoo's model name, and this is the Postgres table name. All right, one more thing is let's try that specific way. Let's say one dummy model table, and here I'm not using underscore, but instead I'm using here, let's say dummy dot, let's say abc dot test dot table. Okay, this is my table name. If you are doing something like this, and if you are trying to upgrade this module, so now you can see here you are getting the error message. So it's a Odoo exception validation error, right? Invalid character in table name. And what it is, the dummy abc test table, and here we used here dot 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 instead of the underscore, right? Okay, so that's it. And now let's say I'm upgrading one more time. Now you can see it will work perfectly without any error message. And if you check here, right, it will work fine. Okay, so that is the main difference between underscore name and underscore table. Okay, still if you have a doubt related to this topic, please comment below, and see you in the next session.